For over a century, the fiery giant in Orion's shoulder has been hiding a secret, one that's been locked away and masked by the star's own blinding, furious light. We've watched it flicker, we've watched it dim, and we've all wondered if it was about to die. Now, astronomers have finally exposed the truth. And what they found wasn't just the missing piece to a cosmic puzzle, it was a cosmic death sentence. So what happens when a young, infant star gets caught in the crosshairs of its dying supergiant neighbor? What happens when it's on a collision course with one of the most violent events in the entire universe? Well, the answer is somehow even more terrifying than we imagined. Betelgeuse is a star that needs no introduction. For thousands of years, we've all gazed up at the constellation Orion and seen its brilliant orange-red glow. It's a celestial titan, a red supergiant so colossal that if you swapped it with our sun, its surface would swallow Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and probably stretch all the way out to Jupiter. In star years, it's ancient. At only about 10 million years old, it's already burning through the last of its fuel and has swelled to an unbelievable size. This impending doom has made it an object of intense fascination. We know that one day, any time between tomorrow and 100,000 years from now, Betelgeuse will collapse under its own gravity and erupt in a spectacular supernova. When it does, it will shine so bright it will be visible in broad daylight from Earth, a final fireworks show from hundreds of light years away. But its future explosion isn't the only mystery. For over 100 years, astronomers have noticed that Betelgeuse is weird. It doesn't just shine, it throbs, it pulsates, and its brightness varies on multiple overlapping schedules. There's a main rhythm of about 400 days, but there's also a longer, more subtle beat that repeats roughly every 6 years. This strange 6-year heartbeat has defied any simple explanation. The whole mystery went wild in late 2019 during the Great Dimming, when Betelgeuse faded so dramatically you could see the change with your own eyes. While scientists figured out the dimming was caused by a massive dust cloud the star had basically burped out, the event renewed everyone's interest in the bigger puzzle. What was causing these long-term changes? For decades, one tantalizing theory persisted. What if it wasn't alone? The idea of a companion star wasn't new. Models of Betelgeuse's wobble hinted that something else was gravitationally tugging on the supergiant. But every attempt to find it came up empty. Hubble looked, Chandra X-ray looked, nothing. The problem seemed impossible, like trying to spot a firefly hovering next to a stadium searchlight from miles away. Many astronomers figured that actually seeing this companion was a total lost cause. But in late 2024, a team led by Dr. Steve Howell at NASA's Ames Research Center tried something different. They didn't use a space telescope. Instead, they aimed the massive 8.1-meter Gemini North telescope in Hawaii right at the star, and attached to it was a revolutionary instrument called Alopeke, Hawaiian for fox, a master of a technique called speckle imaging. Here's the genius of it. Earth's atmosphere is always churning, which is why stars twinkle. For giant telescopes, that twinkle blurs everything into a fuzzy mess. Speckle imaging beats the blur by taking thousands of incredibly short pictures. We're talking just 14 milliseconds each. These lightning-fast snapshots effectively freeze the atmospheric distortion. Then, powerful software stacks all these images, cancels out the blur, and builds a single, crystal-clear picture. The timing was everything. Models predicted that if a companion existed, it would be behind Betelgeuse in 2020, but would swing out to its widest point in December 2024. Sure enough, when the team looked in 2020, they saw nothing. But when they pointed Gemini North at Betelgeuse on December 9, 2024, just 3 days after the predicted best viewing moment, something new popped out. There it was, a faint pinprick of light just 52 milliarc seconds from Betelgeuse's edge. exactly where the model said it should be. A century-old mystery was solved. The discovery was a massive win, but as the team analyzed the data, a horrifying reality began to set in. The secret Betelgeuse was hiding wasn't just a star, it was a victim. Analysis of that faint light revealed the companion's true nature. It's a young star, probably a hot blue-white star that's so young it hasn't fully settled into the main hydrogen-fusing phase of its life. It weighs about 1.5 times the mass of our Sun, respectable, but a complete infant compared to its gargantuan neighbor. And here's where the danger becomes terrifyingly clear. The companion orbits Betelgeuse every 6 years at a distance of just 4 astronomical units, AU. To us, that sounds huge. It's 4 times the distance from the Earth to the Sun. But for Betelgeuse, that's practically inside its own house. Remember, Betelgeuse's radius alone is several AU. This means the companion isn't just orbiting near Betelgeuse. Its orbit takes it plowing directly through the supergiant's thin, wispy outer atmosphere. This is the first time we've ever found a companion this deep inside the atmospheric envelope of a supergiant. It's like finding a small boat caught in the swirling outer bands of a Category 5 hurricane. The companion is constantly dragging through gas and dust, getting blasted by powerful stellar winds. The very closeness that allowed us to finally find it is also its death sentence. For this tiny doomed star, there are no good outcomes. Astronomers have mapped out its future, and every single path leads to destruction. It's just a question of how it goes down. Path number 1 is a slow, agonizing spiral into oblivion. As the companion drags through Betelgeuse's atmosphere, it's constantly losing speed and energy. Its 6-year orbit will shrink, pulling it deeper and deeper into the supergiant's clutches. The intense tidal forces will stretch and deform the smaller star, ripping material right off its surface. Scientists estimate that within just 10,000 years, a blink of an eye in cosmic time, the companion will spiral all the way in and be completely eaten by Betelgeuse in a final, violent act of stellar cannibalism. Path number 2 is a direct confrontation with the supernova itself. Betelgeuse is a ticking time bomb. If it explodes before the companion has been fully swallowed, the smaller star will have a ringside seat to Armageddon. The blast wave of radiation and matter would be so powerful, it would slam into the companion, violently stripping away its outer layers and potentially destroying the star entirely. Then there's a third, more exotic possibility. As the companion gets engulfed, the two could merge into a bizarre object known as a Thorne-Zitkoff star, a theoretical beast where a dense stellar core gets lodged deep inside the bloated envelope of a supergiant. No matter which way you slice it, the companion is doomed. It was born next to a monster, and its short life will end by being devoured by it, either slowly through a merger or catastrophically in a supernova blast. The discovery of Betelgeuse's companion and the revelation of its terrible fate is more than just a dramatic story. It's a scientific goldmine. For the first time, astronomers have a real-life laboratory to study the final, chaotic dance of a massive binary star system right before one of them goes boom. Understanding this dance is critical. It helps us figure out how massive stars lose their mass, why they spin, and what shapes the beautiful, complex nebulae they leave behind. The fate of this little star will directly influence what Betelgeuse's supernova remnant looks like. This discovery pushed our current technology to its absolute limit, proving that techniques like speckle imaging can unlock secrets we once thought were totally inaccessible. It opens the door to hunting for other hidden companions around bright, moody stars like Antares. The work is far from over. Astronomers are already counting down the days until November 2027, when the companion will once again be at its widest separation, giving them another chance to study it. These observations will help them nail down its orbit and learn which of its violent fates is most likely. What we've found orbiting Betelgeuse is a story of creation and destruction playing out right on our cosmic doorstep. A mystery that lasted 100 years has finally been solved, only to be replaced by a new, more urgent question: what happens next?
It's a powerful reminder that the universe is dynamic and often violent place, and that even the stars we think we know best can still hold the most profound secrets. So what do you think is the most likely end for Betelgeuse's tiny companion? A slow merger or a quick, explosive demise? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey into one of astronomy's new biggest discoveries, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more explorations into the cosmos. Thanks for watching.